All right, guys, I know your time is valuable, so thanks again for hopping on. My name is Adam Peterson. I am account manager for South Chicago, Central Illinois, and St. Louis, and I host these weekly training calls every Monday at noon. Try to keep them to a half an hour, so get in, give you some great updates, and then let you get back to your week. So again, thank you for joining. Today we're going to focus on DM training. So this is, the intended audience is our district managers out there, how to get the most from your team. There will be some comp discussed, so if you are an employee on this call, please hop off. Again, the intended audience is district managers and principals. All right, so let's start with kind of getting that mindset into your team. You know, every Monday we got to motivate the troops. We got to get everyone ready to go. And one thing I've started doing is sending out kind of a Monday motivational mindset quote, just something to get your teams ready to rock and roll. Now, before I get into it, let me just confirm. Can you guys hear me and see my screen okay? Can you guys hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. All right, so that Monday mindset excludes a little bit of a vulgarity here, but it's just getting that mindset of we're out to win. We want to be number one. So you think about sharks. Do sharks complain about a Monday? No, they're up early, biting and stuff, being scary, reminding everyone they are a freaking shark. That's the kind of the motivation I want to instill in you guys and have you guys instill into your team, because we are out there to get the most of every customer that walks into your doors. If you think about our stores, we're different than going to a grocery store. You know, unless you have a mall location, you're a specialty store, right? If someone comes into your door, they are interested in Boost. You should never have a customer walk in your door and walk out without getting a product, and that includes bill payments. One thing that I see way too much from reps is clerking a bill payment. And that's that mindset you got to set in your team, that they will not just simply clerk a payment. They're going to do everything they can to get an add-line out of that customer. They're going to get that phone in their hand. They're going to see, is there a screen protector opportunity? Is there a case opportunity, a charger opportunity, an upgrade opportunity? But making the most out of every customer, really being that shark to get out there and hunt and get the most of everyone walking into your doors. So if you want to take that quote, send it out to your team, feel free. Just kind of set that mood for the week that we're going to go out there and we are going to crush it. So the first thing I really wanted to hop in with you guys is talking about 3MR. 3MR, I think we've all seen, has been dropping over the last couple of months, especially with the new changes in comp. Again, if you are not DM or a principal, please hop off this call because there will be comp discussed. But the changes in comp for this 3MR behavior towards 80%, you know, what can we do to keep driving that? Because it used to be we made a lot more on our third month payments. What made it really easy to, if we needed to help out on a couple bills, we could take care of that and hit our goals. But now the world's changed, right? The payments you guys are getting for those third month payments have changed. So we came up with some best practices, and I'll give you a few of them. You know, if you like them, you can implement them. If you don't, not a big deal. Just wanted to share some of these best practices that are out there to help continue to drive that 3MR behavior with your team. So number one, we got to have a sense of urgency for your frontline reps. If you keep in mind, the hotline used to be Boost customers' phones could be off for up to 90 days where they could get free incoming calls but not make an outgoing call. They called that being hotlined. Well, that's now changed, and I'm actually glad it has changed, because people will really take advantage of that system. That's now changed where dealers, or customers rather, only have 14 days to get those customers back into your store to make that third payment if they are past due. Now, this isn't a hard and fast rule. The reason I say not hard and fast is you can work around it. But if it's over 14 days and that customer has not paid their third month bill, you get them to come in, you put their number in your system, you're not going to see that phone number at all. So if it's over 14 days, you'd have to call care to get the phone number reinstated and then get that third month payment. But I don't want to get to that step where we're over 14 days. We need to get that sense of urgency where if you do see anyone that is past due on their third month bill, you're taking care of it right away, ASAP. So let me give you a few best practices that I'm seeing in my market and some other markets as well. So number one, there's some of the dealers out there, they're giving away a nice Bluetooth speaker to customers who paid 3 months in advance. I know you guys have some really nice speakers in your floors. Maybe Booz doesn't necessarily want them all on display, but we all see them. We all have them. Doesn't have to be that really nice one, but just a Bluetooth speaker that's out there for a customer who wants to pay 3 months in advance. Boom, I'm going to give you this Bluetooth speaker for free. And that way you're going to know you're going to have service for the next 90 days as well. Win for you and a win for your dealer if you're getting a good deal on those Bluetooth speakers. All right. Next, for AR doors, offering at least $10 off the third payment. Now, we've been helping out a lot on BRs and PBRs sometimes with that. AR, the comp is a lot lower, but I am seeing dealers that have said, hey, we'll at least give them $10 off that third payment to get them back in our door, because it is so crucial as we're measured so strongly on that 3MR. Now for PBRs, whereas it used to be you got paid, it could be 98% of that third month payment, so you'd actually be making money basically for making that third payment. Now, it's a different world. But I'll show you the math here. Even if you offer half of the customer's bill, and I wouldn't offer this for everybody, this is just for those late that I really feel we're not going to get back, because once they're hotlined, the chance of them coming back into your door to make that third payment is very slim. So for those customers, you're basically trying to save. It's like your own store retention offer to say, hey, I see your hotline right now. You got my call. Come on in and we'll take care of half your bill. But you got to come in by, instead of hard deadline. So today's the 14th. You got to come in by the 21st, or whatever their 100th day of payment is. We send you guys those reports every week for when those bills are due, when that 100 day is. Make sure you set that deadline before that date. You can take care of half their bill, and you will still be earning a profit, which I will show you shortly. Another great best practice is giving a free screen protector that will be installed by dealers if they give you a like on Google reviews or Facebook, etc. This doesn't necessarily have to be a thing on the third payment. I see some dealers doing this month one. So they sell the customer a phone. They tell them, hey, go give us a review on Google, give us a nice review, and we'll give you a screen protector, and we'll install it for free. You try to give us that review. You can change that to Facebook. You can change it to whatever system you like to use, Yelp, whatever the case may be. But giving that free screen protector and getting that review from your customers, why is that going to drive your third month payment? Well, one, the dealer's going to be a lot more involved in your store because they've taken the time to go in and like your door specifically. So in their mind, they're going to come back to you to do business. You're going to go above and beyond to do extra for that customer for just a couple dollars, putting a screen protector on their phone. And you're going to build your business because they're going to now be promoting you on social media, which, one of the best forms of promotion is word of mouth, which the social media is basically a word of mouth for your store. So I like that one a lot as well. Other ones, of course, we have the loyalty cards, which are out there for free for you guys on DCIorders.com. You can always get your loyalty cards if you are out that have the stamps for your third month payment. And then with 3 payments, you can give away a free accessory or whatever the case may be. So the plan of the attack here, right, for 3MR, we got to make sure we keep it high. Our goal is 80%. Why do I always set that goal at 80%? So even if we're a little low, and that gives us some wiggle room to get to that 72% where we never have to worry about any kind of residuals. Set it at 80. If we're below it, we should still be above 72. So I keep my goals always at 80%. So emails to your staff with their weekly progress as well as weekly follow-up calls, I strongly recommend. As a district manager, your team needs to know where they're at all points in time. DCI is going to send you these emails. You can tweak it, include what you want to keep in there, take out whatever you feel is unnecessary, and send it to your team. And then what's really big is utilizing Smile and Dial to tell customers when their third bill is due. So instead of being reactive, which is, hey, this customer is now past their 90 days and their hotline, so I'm going to give them a discount to come in and make that third payment, that's a last resort. We don't want you to have to do that, obviously. So be proactive, utilizing Smile and Dial, utilizing that retention optimization bucket. When you're calling your customers who are in month 3, make sure you are looking at when their bill due date is. So your sample call should be quick and easy. And this is what you should tell your team to be doing. Hi, this is Adam from DCI Mobile. You got your phone from us. Just want to give you a courtesy call and check and see how your service is working. Everything going good? They're going to say yes, no, whatever. Then you're going to pivot to your sales opportunity. Great. By the way, you're actually eligible to add a line that can get you a phone that's almost $200 for as low as $20 right now. It's our great holiday special. Is there anyone in your phone who might need to add a device? You'll say yes or no. You can also discuss upgrades if you check and see if they're upgrade eligible. And then I'm going to close the call by the way, your bill's due December 21st. So I want to make sure you stay active. You don't lose any service. Can't wait to see you. Come on and see us before this next Friday. Thank you so much for choosing Boost, and thanks for being our customer. Goodbye. So that way you're giving your pitch. You're giving your sales offers out there. You're pitching add lines. You're pitching upgrades, but you're also reminding them of that billing due date, which you will see in Smile and Dollar. Your reps all see it. I don't see many people talking about that at all when I witness calls in stores. So that could be a great plan of attack for you guys to start implementing. Now, I just want to give you an example of the money here. That when I talk about making half payment for your customer, and you're still earning a profit. So keep in mind, if you're a PBR, you're making 30, and I'm talking about $50 plans and above. So your 50, your 60, your $30 add-a-lines, and your $40 add-a-lines is what I'm referring to in this slide. So you're making $30 payment for month 3. So even if you cover half your customer's bill, you're going to be earning a profit. So let's do the math, right? If it don't make dollars and it don't make sense, so let's do the math and show you the money. A $50 bill pay, you're going to make $30 plus 8% on the payment, because keep in mind our payments went from 5% to 8%. So you're going to make 8% on that payment plus 3% residual plus $1 of that service fee. So total, that's $30 for month 3, $4 for the 8% on a $50 payment, $1.50 for your 3% residual, plus $1 of the $3 service fee. So your profit there is $36.50. Now, if you're covering half of that customer's bill, let's say it's on a $50 plan, subtract that $25 from $36.50, that's still an $11.50 profit. Now, if it's an add-a-line, that's one of the great things, right? If it's a $30 add-a-line, you still get paid as if it's a $50. So on an add-a-line, you'd actually have $20 more, so that would be $31.50 profitable for doing an add-a-line on a $30 line there. In addition, keep in mind, if that customer, you help them out with month 3, let's say they do stay for month 6, you get that extra $40 spiff for month 6, plus you will also receive the if it's a BYOD, that $10 month 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I just wanted to show you it is profitable for you guys, even if you have to go that extreme route to pay half the customer's bill, which I know we don't want to do, but if we want to keep our numbers high and you do it, I just want to show that you are not actually losing money in that scenario. It is still more profitable than having that customer not pay their bill and switch and go to Metro or go somewhere else where you're not making any money. You are actually making money here. In the BR example with the same math, it breaks down to basically you still make $6.50 in the BR world. I won't go into the AR world because most ARs probably don't have district managers. They're going to be BRs or PBRs. I do have that information. If someone does happen to be on this call from an AR, you can email me and I'll break that out for you. But for your BR doors, if you have, say you have 6 doors and you have district managers in your BR door, you're making that $25 for month 3 plus your $4 for the 8% payment plus the residual, the service fee. You end up being positive $6.50, even covering half of that customer's bill on a $50 plan. Again, if it's a $30 add-a-line, that's even better because then you're getting that extra cash in there as well. And then remember of that month 6 bonus plus the BYOD bonus. So I don't ever want to see you guys lose money. I don't want to see you throwing money away. Where this is really beneficial in my mind is a customer who is past due, that's after 90 days. Chances are if their bill's hotlined after 90 days, you're most likely going to lose them. We used to have 90 days to get those customers back. Now it's 14 days, or their phones get shut off and we have to call Boost to get those reactivated. So that's where that sense of urgency comes into place. And really, if you get on your team to say, focus on this during your 3rd month Smile and Dial calls, then we don't even come into this kind of stratosphere where we're helping our customers out a little more than we necessarily want to. Bottom line, though, is it is still a profit versus a loss if a customer does leave and go to a different carrier. All right, let me show you a different example. So kind of a few of us, each of us actually on our team has some different examples of what our dealers are doing. So I want to show you what another rep has in market right now and show them kind of what they're doing. So this is a Facebook incentive. So customers who like or share stores on their page are eligible for a monthly bill pay drawing. The drawings would be initially limited to all bill pays, but as it grows and expands, you could adjust it. So the customers will like the page from the time of activation, or they can link in through store QR codes. So this is something you guys would have to set up and monitor. And this is kind of similar to what I talked about where we're giving that screen protector and installing it. So kind of a similar concept. There's a little bit of a twist on it, right? Instead of doing that, we're going to put you in a drawing for a prize. Every customer who likes the page is eligible for a bill pay credit. The credit is tied for new customers only. Should the customer be here for accessories, they'll be eligible as well. They could just use the money for new lines, add-a-lines, upgrades, or BYOD. And then there's a monthly drawing to be posted to the Facebook page with the instructions on how to redeem the offer in store. So what that retailers would do is create special incentive cards. For every eligible activation, customers are given the bill pay business cards. Each time the customer makes a payment, they're eligible for the manager's special incentive. The incentive will revolve around accessories for the customer's phone, like free tempered glass case or a charger. Again, these are our 3MR payment cards we're talking about now. And then any card completion will also be offered a full bundle pack should they upgrade with the store. The bundle pack includes 3 options for the customer. Again, they have to be in good standing and eligible with the card at time of upgrade. So that's just another kind of best practice to drive 3MR. One last one I wanted to go over with you is another kind of drawing scenario opportunity. So a monthly Facebook drawing is something you could start implementing in your store. So stores will hand out 1 ticket per qualifying transaction. That'd be your activation or your bill payment. And then each store is going to choose 2 tickets every month for a $60 monthly recurring payment. So that's $120 total. If the customer's on the $50 plan plus $3 for the service fee, they'll get the rest as a credit. If they have a family plan, then that $60 would just lump in to help out that whole family plan. And for this scenario, they would do it on Facebook Live, so everyone could see these drawings are live and legit with no favoritism. Some requirements on that is the store has to purchase the ample amount of those raffle tickets each month. They have to train their employees to make a habit of giving to the customers for every sale and activation. Make sure they're also qualifying customers that they'll use for the raffle, and of course have that Facebook store page that they'll go in and create the QR code, which this deck is sent out to all of your account managers. So you can ask your account manager to send you a copy of this, but it does have the link, the www.qr-code-generator.com/solutions/Facebook-QR-code to create those codes. But again, ask for the deck and make it really easy. You can just click on it. You'll choose the same date every month to go in and do that live raffle. Stores who are going to take that option, they can also create and print out a QR code they can leave at their counters to have easy access for those stores' Facebook pages. Again, for that one, they're looking at plans being $50 or higher. They have to like the Facebook page, which is super important because that's going to grow your business on social media and be a friend of the page of the drawing and be an active boost customer at the time of the drawing as well, and agree to share their image so you can promote your winners. All right. So that was a few different options we have to driving 3rd month payments. Are there any questions before I move on? No questions? All right. So let's talk about some DM growth or manager growth opportunities. So one thing that you guys should be doing as DMs, or having your managers do it, if you guys are DMs, you should have your managers provide a weekly or bi-weekly update with the status of all your doors. We talked about this a couple months ago. I've seen some doors implementing it, and it's gone really well. From what I've seen a lot of growth out of the managers who are using this, and they're really driving results with all of their teams. So this is going to allow your managers, your district managers, allow you guys, allow your if you want to have your managers do it, showcase your story. So each DM, or if you're presenting to your principal, or each manager presented to you as a DM, can take 15 to 20 minutes to present, just 4 quick slides that can be broken down, fancy or plain, just basically letting you know that they have a handle on their business and what's going on their day-to-day operations. By doing this every week or every 2 weeks, if every week seems like a bit much, it's really going to make sure stores know their goals, they know where they're at, they know where their opportunities are, they know what they have to improve on. It's going to build confidence in presenting to a group. It's going to, one of the big things people always ask is, I need help in my growth. So this is going to help grow your teams and have better understandings on how you can complement and improve their efforts. So the slide one's really simple. Just give them the month-to-date results. So use this to showcase who's helping. So if this is at a manager level, if you're a DM and you want your manager to present to you, who's helping you in their store, who's where they need to be, who's not where they need to be, what steps have you taken to improve? If this is at a principal level and you want your district managers who are on this call to present to you, then district managers can do this at a wider net. Which stores are helping you? Which reps of those stores are helping you? Have your team help gather this information. The more people that are on top of their goals and are on top of the actions needed, the more or better well-oiled machine your business is going to be. So you can share best practices. You can ask your team members to share them with you. Have the managers create this presentation, or DMs, you create these presentations for your principals to show them you're really going above and beyond and helping take care of your business. You're going to get the DLAR every Monday from us at DCI Sales Ops. Send you that email. Plus, you're probably getting some follow-up emails from your DCI account managers as well, where you have all the information you need to tell your own story. Individualize these to yourself. Doesn't need to be a book. Just some quick, simple points to the fact: who's helping, who's hurting, what have you taken to improve? So that's your month-to-date slide, slide one. Slide two, your employee level details. Who's bringing down some store performances? What are some tactics you've implemented to help them improve? And then rewards. Rewards are always important, right? Who do you want to recognize? It's not always just the sticks. Sometimes you definitely have to give the carrot. One thing I see from a lot of DMs out there is they're very goal-orientated and they're really driving results, but they got to remember that relationship aspect is very important as well. You want to get those results while still rewarding your team and showing them how much you care for them and how much you appreciate their efforts. You can't be all stick all the time. You got to give them some carrots. If you want to see individual door results, you can also get those from the DK dashboard, which if you go into the DK dashboard, type on reports, in the search box, you just type in DK, you'll see DK dashboard pop up. It doesn't show up as a pre-listed function for some reason, not sure why. You actually have to go in reporting, hit search, type in DK, and you'll see DK dashboard pop up, which will then give you that rep level information. So again, continue to tell your story, add graphics, whatever is a benefit there. Slide three, your key metrics focus areas. This is going to be, your BYOD, your Adeline, your 3MR, your Smile Dial, your big focus areas that are helping your door drive profits. Again, this is all in the DLAR, and they can tweak the slide to make it your own. Slide four, next steps. So this is just going to be, hey, here's what I see, here's what's been happening, here's the next steps I'm going to take. This could be a weekly huddle with my team, trainings, side-by-side selling with this rep who's underperforming here to help drive behavior. So that's a very quick 4-slide method that's going to get your team all on the same page and aligned for the same goals. When it comes to goal setting, it's really important that you guys have these for your team. If you go in and ask your team right now, what's our goal for 3MR? What's our goal for activations for our store? What's our Adeline goal? What's your Smile Dial goal? They should be able to give you answers to each of those categories. If they can't, that's on you guys and on us to provide that direction to them, right? You want to make sure they know what their goals are so they know what they're striving for. They're not just coming into work to collect a check. So BYOD, 20% is the goal. If your store's above that, you can always raise the bar, set it higher. You never really want to go lower, but BYOD, 20% is the goal for December currently. Adeline conversion, the conversion goal is 20%. So for every 10 payments taken, they should be closing at least 2 new lines of service. And if you challenge your rep for that, if you have a rep who's low in Adeline, say, hey, our goal is 20%. I see that you have 0 Adeline so far for the month. The next 10 sales you get at least 2 of those as Adelines. If you challenge them and give them that specific goal, you'll see they'll hit it. They just need that direction on where to focus and what result you really want them to drive, and they will hit it based on your motivation to them. For 3MR, again, our goal is 80%. Utilizing that Smile and Dial list, a lot of those tactics we talked about earlier, as well as the list DCI sends out each month, will help drive that traffic back into your store. Smile and Dial, 10 calls per day should be made. No excuses. No one's hitting this. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I shouldn't say no one. I should when I say that, I mean if I look at all of the doors as a whole for DCI, so each different account manager, none of us have a full book of business that's above 10 calls per day. To be honest with you guys, it's more around 3 or 4 calls per day. which is just lack of effort. So some doors that are hitting it, thank you, congratulations, because I know that some doors are hitting that goal, and you're definitely on the helping side. But you guys aren't paying your reps just to sit in your store and be on their phone or look at TikTok or talking to their friends or FaceTiming their other employees at other stores. 10 calls per day should be done every single day. I mean, I would put this into my comp, to be honest with you guys. And if you're not doing your 10 calls per day, they don't get their comp on whatever tier you want to put it. But the busiest stores that I have stores that do 250, 300 activations. They hit over 10 calls per day in Smile and Dial. So two things that tells me: one, Smile and Dial works and they're really getting a lot of sales out of it because they're using it correctly. And two, if a store that's that busy can still hit 10 calls per day minimum, I don't want to listen to any store that maybe is hitting 50, 60, 70 activations saying we're too busy, we can't do it. Yes, you can. I guarantee if you worked with them all day in a store, they would have the time to hit those 10 calls. It does not take that long. Additional money-making profits priorities for your stores to have goals: new line activations, how many upgrades per month, and accessory sales per month. Again, if you guys aren't using Elevate to its fullest, you're missing out. You want to make sure you have every rep in Elevate, because that way it's a click of the button and you have all the reps for all your data pulled immediately. Smile and Dial is a little different. You have to pull that through Elevate, but everything is right there as long as you are fully using Elevate to its compatibilities. If you have one login for your store, then you're missing out on a great way to manage your entire door. If you have every rep has their individual logins, then you're going to be able to see, maybe I have one rep who has 0 add-a-lines, one rep who has 10 add-a-lines. Obviously, there's your coaching opportunity. You have one rep who's not doing them at all. Or, one rep who's got 30% BYOD, one rep who's at 0% BYOD. Okay, here's what I need to focus my coaching on. So really want you guys to use Elevate to its fullest. You guys are already paying for it. If you're a BR or PBR door, it's required. So I know you have it. I know you're paying for it. So make sure you're using it to get everything you need. And again, where you find that is DK Dashboard. Under Reports, click on Search, DK Dashboard. That's where you can drill into that door level. Moving on, if you guys need any help with hiring, there is that boostmobiljobs.com site. Just wanted to give you a reminder on that, where you can do a one-stop shop. If you guys know it's the holidays, we probably already have hired since it's, Christmas is almost here. But just moving forward in the future, tax season's only a couple months away. If you post on boostmobiljobs.com, it'll hit up places like Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, kind of a one-stop shop to make sure you have a fully described job posting. I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. And then lastly, boostmobilegoods.com. So boostmobilegoods.com, if you're not signed up, you can just click sign here to register. And this is where you're going to find all of your goods, all your shirts for any new employees coming on board your store. If you want to give them some new gear for the holidays, maybe you want to give some Christmas presents to some of your top dealers, get them some sweaters. Those are available for you. That site used to be SPG Goods. Now it's boostmobilegoods.com. So I want to make sure you had that new listing. All right, and then just kind of examples of some stuff on there. So you can get shirts, gear, coats, whatever the case may be, flags, banners, posters, that's all there for you. All right, so that is it for today. I got it at 12:29, so we got about a minute left. So we will open it up. Are there any questions at this time?
Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Doing great.
Adam, can I bother you? Could you send me this deck if possible?
Yeah, is this Scotty?
Yes, it is.
100%. I got you. Great talking to you, and happy holidays.
Thank you. You too. Other than that, I really got no questions. Just have that deck because I know some of my managers weren't able to get on the call, though I could kind of review with them.
Yep. You got it. And for anyone else on this call too, I've sent it to your account managers as well. So if you want a copy, they can forward it over to you. They got it in their inbox now.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I actually got not one question. So the aspect that you're saying about the 3rd month engagement, how to get customers. Could you hear me?
Yep. Go ahead.
So on a dealer level that has multiple employees, to kind of how could I put it? I don't mind doing something for free to get a customer come in to do a 3rd month payment.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of see is that working for all dealers, or is it more managing partner type of sites? and I'm not trying to sound funny or anything like that. I know I got some of my managers on this call. It's more of a, I don't want my employees to abuse it, or it ends up being, a trust situation. Do you kind of recommend a certain approach for it? Do you see people that got multiple stores, are they gauging in a whole different way than giving a free speaker?
So this is usually like a DM or above kind of clearance on that. So back to your trust card, yeah, you have to say basically kind of who you trust in there. So are you referring back to like the 3 months payment right away?
Yeah. So if we're gonna push the customer to come do the 3 month payment, obviously I know in Elevate I could create a coupon. Is just, do you know if there's any like restrictions where we could make sure it's pertaining a certain phone number, or do you recommend like doing a manager override where the manager is on site for them to verify it's a legitimate thing?
Yeah, I would definitely have managers involved. I wouldn't do this at an employee level. Whenever we kind of got 3rd month and we're working these special programs, it's always going to be manager, district manager, principal kind of level there. Now, in the case that I had in the deck, one of the examples was customers pay 3 months up front and they get that Bluetooth speaker. That one may be a little different because that money's going to sit on their account, so it's going to pull every single month. So, but I would still, you're gonna have a manager at every store. I would still have managers give that override and give them that coupon code.
Okay. So agent, it probably best thing is to have a manager override code for something like this. Thank you. Adam.
Hey, Fadi, this is Robert. I appreciate the question. I think you're one of those few partners that actually is doing something to help with the 3MRs, and you're always involved with your stores. And we appreciate that. But you know what, to your point, right, there has to be some level of trust when it comes to doing any kind of incentives for end users, right? So I think it's about building that team, that relationship with the store owner, and because at the end of the day, you can't control everything, right? And in order for you to get that 3MR where you need it to be, you really have to have some trust in those and team members, and which I know you do. But really, we have not found a very good way to do this. So far, the best results are coming from those partners that are owner operators, because obviously, right, they're much easier to control those stores. When it comes to retailers that have multiple stores, multiple employees, it's always uphill battle, and it will be like that. But we're happy to share some other best practices with you, and I think Thomas has put together something that really was very impressive in my opinion. So you should also connect with him, and perhaps he can also guide you in that process, and also provide some additional ideas that we shared today on the call with the team.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Robert.
No problem.
I'll probably bug Tomas in a couple hours.
Sounds good.
I'm here, Fadi. Just let me know.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? All right, thank you guys so much for hopping on. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Very happy holidays, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Oh, by the way, next week I'm actually going to be on PTO, so we won't have a call next Monday, but we'll resume the Monday after that.
Thank you, guys.
Happy holidays. Thank you. Happy holidays.